More Lewis. There's one thing, and only one, in the whole universe which we know more about than we could learn from external observation. That one thing is man. We do not merely observe men, we are men and women. In this case, we have, so to speak, inside information. We're in the know. And because of that, we know that men find themselves under a moral law which they did not make and cannot quite forget. Okay, so what Lewis is saying here is this, is that we can gather information about the nature of the world outside of ourselves by learning about how things work, what seems to be the natural laws that cause the things that happen in the universe to happen as they do. What are the laws of gravity like, and what do they do? What are the biological laws, and what happens as a result of them? And what Lewis is saying is, as much information as we can gather about the world outside of ourselves by studying the laws that govern the world outside of ourselves, we know something, we can gather even more information about something that isn't observable. And that's our interior experience, okay? We go through the world confronting choices, and we know that feeling of being compelled to do the right thing, even when we choose not to. We know that when we're in a situation and nobody's around and nobody will ever know what we choose to do, we feel that pull to do the right thing. And even when we're tempted to, or maybe even when we actually succumb to the temptation to do the wrong thing. And this is what Lewis is talking about here, this phenomenon that we experience a kind of moral force exercising itself upon us. And it doesn't come from outside of us like the law of gravity does. This is coming from within. This is a natural law that's a part of human nature that gives us our moral sensibility. And unless we're a psychopath, we can't escape the force of that moral law that exists as a part of our nature. We can sometimes ignore it or disobey it, but it doesn't seem that we can entirely forget it, again, unless we've got something seriously wrong with us, like psychopathy.